Our prosperity team, it's Dr. Money. We're here today to change the world, and we do that through our imagination, our intention, our invocation, our outrageousness, our courageousness. And we start by visualizing a circle of well-being. So let's see that right around us. This circle of well-being that is already well established because we've been working on this for many days, weeks, and months. And so we move into this sphere of greatness and wonder in our imagination, and we partake of this, we imbibe in this through our breath. So let's go and breathing in and breathing out. And as I speak, you continue to breathe in and out. We can all take just a few moments every day to enter in the circle of well-being. There's a great payoff for it because we help ourselves and others. And as we breathe in, we receive. And as we exhale, we send out to others. We give. So giving and receiving in the breath, breathing in and breathing out, breathing all the way into our belly, the prosperity breath. Yes, the giving and receiving prosperity breath as we enter into the life of abundance. Now, you know I always come to you from this same place in this same space, which is the prosperity corner of the universe. So let's breathe in and breathe out because we are walking in a prosperity palace. That is life. Life is a prosperity palace. And we breathe in and out, and through this intentional breathing and through our personal intention to live an abundant life, we amplify this desire. We enjoy this desire as we breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe in for ourselves and we breathe out for all others. We breathe in for ourselves and we breathe out for all people, all animals, all plants, the mountains, the air, the water, all beings, for the sun. We breathe out for all planets. We breathe in for ourselves. We breathe out for the universe. We join in this universal circle of life. Breathing in and breathing out. And so it is. I have to tell you a funny. My grandchild Thomas went to school and they were talking about circles. He's 5. And the teacher said, well, what kind of things are in the shape of a circle? My grandson says, the circle of life. Here's some prosperity affirmations. Everything I think, feel, and do bring more and more prosperity into my life. Everything you think, feel, and do bring more and more prosperity into our lives. What happens when we learn about prosperity thinking and when we learn about the difference between positive and negative thinking and the law of attraction is that we often get afraid of our own thoughts. We're afraid of our own feelings. We don't want to be negative. We don't want to attract bad things into ourselves. And I'm just suggesting that we just get over that thought and just believe that everything we think, feel, and do bring prosperity into our lives. So that's a wonderful thought and transformation. Okay, prosperity number 2, affirmation number 2, everything that happens to me happens for me. I've posted memes like this on the prosperity page before, we just know that things, people say, why does this always happen to me? And it's much better to think, why does this always happen for me? Because that moves me from being a victim, why does this always happen to me? To, it's like, why does this always happen for me? Oh, wow. So it moves us into the winner situation. And number 3, everything that happens brings me to a higher good. So this is another alliteration of the one before, but everything that happens brings me to a higher good. And so that way I can look at something and instead of judging it bad, I can go, I wonder how that's going to turn out. Everything that happens to me brings me to a higher good. That means everything that happens to you brings you to a higher good. Everything that happens to us brings me to a higher good. I want to try something a little outrageous with these affirmations, a little courageous, a little zany. So let's see what it is. I'm going to just see if I can make up something, put this to some melody, music, just kind of make it up as I go along. So it could be very goofy, but we need to be goofy. We need to be creative. I read an article recently that they took the IQ of some young children, and they were geniuses. They were creative geniuses. They're spontaneous. But as the years went on and they followed the same group of children, every few years they took their IQ scores, and their IQ scores started going down, down, down. That is, as they became acculturated, as they became educated, as they became squashed, their IQs went down. And so sometimes we have to prime the pump of our creative abilities and wake the child within us up. And so this is just an activity to do that because it's fun for me. It may be silly, and my belief, and that is silly is sacred. But let's see what I can do with this. Okay. Everything I think and say, feel and do, bring me more and more prosperity into my life. Everything that happens to me happens for me. Oh, everything that happens to me brings me higher prosperity. Everything that happens to me brings a higher good to me. Okay, let's see if I can come up with another tune for that. That was one, it popped into my head, and that's one that I've used many times. It's one that somebody else wrote. Let's see if I can come up with something. But every time I keep coming up with songs that are like, everything I think, say, feel, and do brings more and more prosperity to you. Everything I think, say, feel, and see brings prosperity to you and prosperity to me. Everything that happens, to me and you, bum 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 bum, it happens for me, bum 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 bum, and it happens for you, da 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 da. Everything that happens, bum 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 bum, brings to me, bum 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 bum, a higher good, da 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 da. Oh, can't you see, dee 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 dee. So we just want to be silly with this. It needs to be fun. Learning, training, and undoing needs to be fun. We don't need to be somber about this. We don't go, ooh, I'm going to change my prosperity consciousness. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to be so miserable. No, we want to go, yay, and this is fun. Let's have fun. Because there's something in us that that has died, that needs to be reawakened, that needs to come alive. We want to come alive with our prosperity. We want to thrive in the way we feel. And we want to be silly, we want to be outrageous, even if it's just to our own selves. I mean, sometimes I dance around the room and walk around the room and play and laugh at myself. It's a wonderful thing to do, to become that child again. And when I say become a child again, we don't want to be childish or foolish, but we want to be childlike, to move and think like that 3-year-old that had the high IQ, that was squashed by all the layers of judgments, the words, and conditioning for society and schools and so forth. So we need to break out of that box. We need to come alive. We need to say yes to life. See, that's what it is. We go, yes, 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 yes to life. This is like, no to life, but this is yes to life. Put your hands up if you're by yourself and say yes to life, because yes is a prosperous life. Yes, yes, yes. And this is Dr. Money. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and that you remember for sure that I love you.